Hey, so today I'm going to talk about 3 ways to prevent traction alopecia. Marcus Garvey has a quote that I love that says, "Do not remove the kinks from your hair, remove them from your brain." And I really love this quote because in essence what he's saying is, it's not the aesthetic of our hair that needs to change. It's our mindset and the way we think and feel about our hair that we need to tap into and make corrections. So with that being said, in order to prevent traction alopecia, these next 3 things that I recommend are based on a transitioning of your mind and how to do that. And if you don't have traction alopecia, this is really for you, because I feel like there's too much focus on remedies for missing edges than solutions, okay? So the first way to prevent traction alopecia is to make an honest assessment about how you feel about your hair and natural hair in general. So for instance, for me, I struggle with shrinkage and really feeling like shrinkage wasn't pretty when I was a straight hair natural. And getting over that, once I really had the desire to want to wear my hair in its natural state, I had to get over that. I had to really tap into why I felt like shrinkage was ugly, not just on me, in general. And what it all led back to was me changing my mindset. Now I understand that shrinkage is equated to elasticity. Elasticity is a key sign of health for Afro-textured hair. There went the shift. You see what I mean? Where I once saw it as unsightly, once I saw that that is the key component to having healthy hair, it made me fall in love with shrinkage. The mindset is important to have to change. So, making an honest assessment about what you think, how you feel about it. What were you told as a child about your hair? You know what I mean? Assessing even that. What were some of the words that elders that were around you used to describe it? Were they negative? Were they positive? Because even if you have natural hair right now, that doesn't mean that as a child you may not have heard negative things that you really need to assess and get to the root. Okay, how do I really feel about natural hair? Do I think that it's pretty? Do I think that it's professional? Do I think that it should be worn in its natural state? Or do I feel like it needs to be altered, straightened is better? These are all things that you need to assess to let you know where your subconscious mind is within your natural hair journey, okay? And in your desire to not lose your edges. So the second thing that you can do to prevent yourself from getting traction alopecia is that you know and understand fully and completely that traction alopecia is 100% preventable and it's not something that has to happen. You'd be surprised how many people that I have spoken with during consultations wanting to recover their edges that really felt like there was nothing that they could do. And they have these different myths that are associated with traction alopecia that made them really susceptible to being able to get it. I have a video where I debunk those common myths, okay? Check that out if it's something that you really want to make sure that you understand what missing edges are. If you're still only using the terminology alopecia to describe your missing edges, you're really giving yourself a disservice. You need to now consciously make a choice to call it traction alopecia, because the other forms of alopecia you don't have control over. You don't have control over the genetic form of pattern balding. You don't really have control over if you get a disease and have to get, some type of treatment that causes you to lose your hair. You don't have control after you have a baby and your hormones are now leveling back to their normal way of postpartum hair shedding. But you do have control over traction alopecia. So using the term in the way that it's meant to be used, not just using alopecia blindly, really puts you in a place of power. It puts you in a place of understanding, hey, this is traction alopecia. This is not like I have, alopecia areata or something like that. I have one that all it takes is me understanding that I don't have to get it, okay? And the third and most important important component to not losing your edges is shifting your mindset. Like Marcus Garvey said, shifting your mindset is the most important. And if you're one of these people watching it who already has natural hair, so you feel like this conversation not for you, let me tell you, all I do is natural hair in its natural state. Aside from occasional blowout for a trim, all I do is natural hair. And it's women with full heads of natural hair that are still susceptible to it. Because if you haven't transitioned your mind, the only thing you've done is went from a relaxer to kinky hair. But your mind has not accepted that kinky hair is the aesthetic that is yours, that is for you. So if you transitioned and all you did was wear box braids or sew-ins or crochet braids, and you never wore your real hair, to even when you got a full head, the relaxed ends were cut off, and you're still opting for these to be your go-to styles, 80% of the year you're in a protective style wearing fake hair, you haven't transitioned to natural because you don't even know your hair. You haven't even built a relationship with it. A lot of the issue with traction alopecia is women, black women, not seeing their hair as a part of who they are. It's a complete disconnect, physically and mentally. So I want to share a story about my client Alyssa, who was getting married and wanted to wear a lace front wig to her wedding. I only work with natural hair, so of course she went to someone else to get it done. When it was time for her to take the wig off, her whole entire hairline was gone in the front. She was really disappointed and shocked to see just all the progress that she and I had made over the course of several months gone in just, one hairstyle. And when she came back to me, what it really dawned on me was, I'm always encouraging clients to love their natural selves, embrace their natural hair texture. Doesn't matter the density, doesn't matter the length. And Alyssa, who was fully natural, beautiful full head and natural hair, was still influenced to want to wear this wig and take a chance on losing her edges. So this is what makes the mindset shift so important, because once you shift your mind about your beauty aesthetic, the one meant for you, not a European straight lace front type, but the one meant for you, once you embrace that, the choices you make are gonna be better. You're not gonna just let anybody in your head. You're gonna wanna protect it because you love it, okay? So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.